Hello guys, my name is Gauri Bandre. I'm an intern at LEXIS and Company, and my topic for today's discussion is acceptance. So in today's discussion, we'll see what is acceptance, what are the essentials that one needs to remember while conveying its acceptance. First and foremost is acceptance is mentioned under section 2, subsection B of Indian Contract Act, which says when the person to whom the proposal is made signifies his assent, thereto the proposal is said to be accepted. A proposal, when accepted, becomes a promise. Now you know the whole procedure. First there is offer, then there is acceptance. The acceptance, when accepted by the acceptor, gets converted into a promise. Promise then further gets converted into consideration, then into an agreement, and last is when validated by law gets converted into a contract. So it is important for the acceptor to convey its acceptance to the offerer in a prescribed manner and in a valid form. So what all are the essentials of a valid acceptance? Let us understand that one by one. First and foremost is acceptance must be expressed or implied. That is, in cases where it is mandatory for you to express the acceptance, then in that case it should be conveyed by either oral or written statement, or by any motion or action which is expressed by the offerer beforehand. Second, in case of implied, so you can take an example of a railway station where you want to travel by a train. In case it is understandable for you to buy a ticket. Second, to accept all the rules and regulations laid by the railway department. So this is what is implied acceptance. Second is must be given only by the person to whom it is made. So the acceptance should be given by the person to whom the offerer has directly conveyed the message. If it is not particularly mentioned who is the acceptor and whom it is addressed to, then in that case anybody who has the certain knowledge of the offer can convey its acceptance. Third is must be absolute and unqualified. Absolute implies acceptance of the whole of the offer, should not be partially accepted. In case if the offerer is saying that it is mandatory for you to do this things, then you cannot only accept one part of it and leave the other. It is mandatory for you to accept the whole offer given by the offerer. Acceptance For this, acceptance must be expressed in some usual and reasonable manner unless the proposal prescribes the manner in which it is to be made. So here you need to understand that it is important for you to convey your acceptance in the prescribed manner. If I am asking the acceptor to convey the message through telegram, then in that case it is mandatory for him or her to convey the message through telegram. If he or she sends me a post instead of telegram, then the offer won't be accepted from my side. It won't be validated because I have already prescribed the mode of acceptance, right? Second, if I haven't expressed anything at all, then in that case silence cannot be considered to be an acceptance. Fifth is acceptance must be communicated. A mere intent to accept an offer cannot be considered to be an acceptance. Example of it is, if I want to accept the offer which is laid down by B, I also made an acceptance letter to give it to B, but I forgot to give it to B. Okay, I have validated and I have accepted the offer in my mind, but I haven't conveyed anything to B. Can this offer be validated under law? Can this offer be said as being accepted under law? Then no, it cannot be said as an accepted offer because you have only accepted it in your mind and not conveyed it to be in any case. Sixth is a performance of the conditions of a proposal or the acceptance of any consideration of the reciprocal promise which may be offered with the proposal is an acceptance of the proposal. Means that if I haven't conveyed my acceptance yet, but I started working towards it, then it will be considered to be an acceptance. For an example, if B says to me that if you want this job, you need to come tomorrow at this place and start cutting the trees. Then if I go tomorrow to that place and start cutting the trees, it will be considered that I have accepted the offer because I've started working towards it. Next is, acceptance must be given with a reasonable time and before the offer lapses or gets revoked. So obviously it is important for you to express your acceptance before the prescribed time, because if not done so, the offer will be lapsed, and then it won't be binding from the offerer's side to give you the offer. Seventh is, the acceptance must succeed the offer. Now, it is very understandable that the acceptance can only be conveyed after you have given the offer by the offerer. If the offerer hasn't conveyed anything yet, then you cannot convey your acceptance to him or her. In case of mere invitation, the acceptance won't be validated. Means that if I write a letter to B saying, asking that how much acre is your land, and I would like to buy that plot of land for this amount. If B in return writes a letter to me saying that my land is for this acre, but says nothing about the the offer of the buying of the land, then in that case it won't be said that B is binding towards this offer, and it is mandatory for B to sell me the land, because B hasn't in any way conveyed his offer to me yet. Only I have conveyed my acceptance to B. Eighth is, the proposal once rejected cannot be accepted. So in case if you counter offer the offerer, then the first offer will be lapsed, and if one rejects the proposal, then in that case it cannot be accepted again. So these are few things that you must remember while conveying your acceptance to the offerer. I hope you like this video. If you like this video, do subscribe to this channel. Thank you.